Hey everybody, KC here. So there have been a number of stories in the news lately. I've seen them in newspapers, online forums, things like that, about how Barnes & Noble has decided that in a number of their stores, they're going to have sections that are dedicated to books that are being banned by various communities around the country. And not only do they have banned book sections in their stores, they are also on their website. They have something like a whole page dedicated to almost 200 books that are being banned by communities around the country. And I've seen some discussion around this with some people in the business world saying, well, is it really good business to do this? Well, my answer to that is pretty simple. Yes, it's not only good business, but it's absolutely necessary. You have to be what you are. And it seems to me that you can't be in the book selling business and be in the book banning business. They are just diametrically opposed to each other. Nobody's forcing anybody to buy a banned book. They're just there. And if you don't want to read it, that's fine. If you don't want your kids to read it, exercise maybe a little bit of guidance with your kids. Although, frankly, I'm a parent. The fastest way to get my kid to want to read a book is telling him I probably didn't want him to read it. And by the way, LeVar Burton, Reading Rainbow, who most of our kids grew up watching and taking advice from when it came to books, he was on YouTube recently, did a thing where he says, here's the deal, if you know of a banned book, read it. In fact, read all the banned books, because it's important to know things that people don't necessarily want you to know. And here's the other thing, in terms of a business model, all these books not only can be ordered from Barnes & Noble's website, they can all be ordered from Amazon. These books are available. Now, listen, I would also argue that libraries shouldn't be banning books, but, that's maybe a different conversation that we need to have. But it occurs to me, of course, that maybe if, Amazon and Barnes & Noble are going to be shipping books into communities that are banning certain books, are we going to see a movement where people are going to say, well, listen, if a shipment comes in from Amazon or Barnes & Noble or another online bookstore, those packages have to be unwrapped at the post office to make sure that, people are not ordering books that we're banning from our communities. I'm almost sorry I said that. I'm probably going to give somebody an idea. And listen, nobody should be surprised that this is my attitude about things. I'm a writer, I'm a journalist, I'm a book author, and I'm a part-time teacher. Nobody should think that somebody with those qualifications, or at least those things on his resume, would ever be in favor of banning books. Now listen, I don't want to put too fine a point on this, but the fact of the matter is, the whole idea of banning books, that's the stuff that the people in Ukraine are fighting against, right? Putin is trying to tamp down on the information that's being spread in Russia, and the Ukrainians are fighting this valiant fight to make sure that doesn't happen to them. So listen, here's the deal. I think I'm going to go into Barnes & Noble now. They've got a table. I put a picture of it below, and I'm going to find a book that's banned that I want to read, and I'm going to buy it. Because it's my being a little bit of the resistance on this one. I just think that this is the kind of thing that all retailers have to think about. Because, people want to ban books now, but God knows what they're going to want to ban down the road. By the way, don't tell me it's like, oh, hell, you would ban supermarkets from selling cigarettes. It's a little bit different. Cigarettes kill you. Books, you know what they do? They open your mind to how other people think, how other people live, how other people feel. To me, there's very few things more important than that. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning, and as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.